Alright, just double check. Alright, let's go.
Hello and welcome to the LCS report. I cannot believe I'm saying this. This is so awesome. The news is great. They did say that there's more to come tomorrow at like noon or 10 a.m. PST. Either way, this is like an incredible start to or incredible end to the final. The final was awesome. The fact that we have LCS, our identity, our brand, everything that was working well going into 2024 towards summer, all of that hype. I'm really hoping that we can recapture that. I actually talked to Mark Z about that, about rekindling, recapturing our identity. And you guys will see that interview tomorrow when all the new stuff comes out. But I'm just like beyond ecstatic that Riot listened. Riot doesn't listen very often. But Riot listened. I don't know. How did you feel about that, Mark?
Dude, like, it kind of, so like, fair enough, like, you kind of, like, the leaks for me kind of watered it down a little bit because, like, you knew it was coming, and then I I wasn't actually there for the when they announced it, like in between game 1 and 2. So when I came back, it was in Champion Select, and I was just scrolling through my phone, and then it popped up as actually your tweet because you tweeted about it immediately. Um, and I was like, oh, they announced it, and then I literally for like the next 15 minutes was on like maintenance report, having to actually change all our stuff, because we had all the logos and stuff prepared, like
Mm.
ahead of time. It I'm gonna say well done for doing a smart decision, but you shouldn't have had to make this decision in the first place. Like that's my like take on it. Like, well done for going back, but the biggest question is how are you gonna um now actually start some momentum? Well, I wouldn't say we've started momentum yet. Like this was the easy part, as like David used to say in chat. Like, this is the easy part, and now you gotta perform.
I'm quite excited. I think if we go back to doing a lot of what, which is what kind of, if we go back to, just so I don't like say anything I'm not supposed to, because I want to keep the interview so you guys actually watch it. But yeah, as long as we are able to rekindle that fire that was clearly igniting in 2024 summer, I'm very optimistic for League of Legends because we kept talking about, oh, do we just have to kill it? Do we have to go online? Is Riot trying to kill it? They clearly made a statement. We are not trying to kill it. We will, even if it makes us look embarrassing, try to do things right. And that's a feeling I haven't gotten from Riot in years. Like 2018, going to up until 2024, they dropped the ball a lot. 2025, they dropped the ball a lot.
Yeah.
And like, I have to give credit where credit is due. People made bad decisions. We criticized them the entire year for it. People are making good decisions. I'm going to praise them because of doing it. So shout out to Mark Z, the team, everyone global, like, because this wasn't just Riot. This was like NA. This was Riot Global figuring out how it works, and they did. So kudos to them, and I'm excited for the news. I don't know what to expect, what they're going to talk about. There's like rumors that are going around. I'm just hoping for some good news, and as long as the first news was great, I'm expecting everything else to be great. So
Yeah, I can agree more. It's step in the right direction. Like, the second that you heard the classic LCS theme, well, it wasn't the classic; it was the more modern version. But you still like that's another change I need to see. You need to bring back the old LCS theme. Like, none of this modern crap that they tried to do with the LTA. Ah,
can I say something?
yeah,
When when Riot announced when the in the venue in Houston when they announced LCS is back, I kid you not, the entire arena was shaking. It was so loud. When Flycast won, it wasn't even that loud. It was so freaking loud to the point that people were just like, they had like their smartwatches, and the smartwatch was like, "You're going deaf." Basically, the TLDR. It's like it's way too loud to be in this area.
Yeah.
And it was just like it was so electric. You could tell the fans wanted this, the fan needed this, and I'm just so happy that we got it. And like again, kudos to Riot for making this happen. Now you
Yeah.
got the easy, like you said. Now you got the easy thing out of the way. Like keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
And very just quickly, I promise you, going forward, this is not what the setup is going to like. This is actually like, in some ways, paying homage to our very first like streams where it looked completely scuffed. But like, Cloud's obviously doing this from backyard in where he's staying in Texas. I'm completely cooked after doing like my first ever like proper live stream. Like literally, hey, Rachel's here here on time. So anyone like the law about Rachel, she never
Wait,
actually
who's here?
turns
Oh, Rachel.
Rachel. Yeah,
Oh,
she never turns up to the She never turns up to the stuff until like after, because she misses all the pings. And also Carolyn just said Riot could have made big bucks if they just announced it and then bang, you left the stadium and LCS merch was available at the door, like practically at the door.
oh my God, you're a genius, Carolyn. Holy crap, that would have been amazing.
Yes, and also could I just say,
I don't think they have LCS merch,
like,
but yeah.
one of the, honestly, like when we started this podcast, we always said, alright, we have like higher like aspirations, but just seeing one fan have like an LTA report like sign genuinely made my weekend, and I'm not even like so like I genuinely want to shout out Carolyn. She's been here since the absolute start. Like, she's literally just left the venue, and the first thing she's doing is watching this scuffed podcast. So like generally, Carolyn, we will. I promise you, we will make merch, even if we don't make merch for anyone else. We will make merch just for you, so you can rep it at events. Um, Rachie said Cloud streaming from the LCS Gulag.
No, I'm at the Airbnb and I'm like outside because there's like some of my roommates are still inside. Like they're about to head out to go get food, and like there are a bunch of after parties going on, which I'm surprised Rachel or not Rachel, Carolyn isn't there. But yeah, I'm gonna be heading out soon. But I mean, this is what we're working for, right? So we gotta get this podcast in.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
yes, Carolyn, thank you so much for meeting. I got to hang out with her for a bit and her husband. Really cool people. And yeah, I so many people actually more than I expected. About like 5 or 6 people stopped me and were like, "Yeah, I watched your LTA report. I tune in and took pictures." So thank you to everyone. Like you said, it really did make my day. The fact that I don't know, it's just a podcast we started this year and people like it and are talking about it and are repping it. It's so cool.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, is there anything else you want to like touch on the LCS like being back?
No, I think we can just go right into the
Oh,
finals.
like
Like this was such a cool
very
finals.
quickly on it. They did mention independent league, which is very interesting. Like on the broadcast. Um, so like that gives me a lot of hope. Um, going forward, the LCS is recognized as its own entity again. Um, and we'll have to wait for more news to come out. Tomorrow.
I love
And
how they didn't say the LCS is back. They said LCS is independent. Like, yeah.
also like because like shout out to the CBLOL fans who are now going to be celebrating this because like, it's not just us that are like is celebrating this news. There's going to be hundreds of thousands of Brazilian fans absolutely hyped for like what's about to happen to their region.
Sorry, there's just a giant ass spider that's walking towards me. Okay, it's walking away. Yeah, Brazil is very happy too.
Yeah, the
But
finals.
yeah, let's get into the flight.
That was
Dude,
a stomp.
as dude, game 3 and 4 were close. Games 3 and 4 were like incredible. Okay, game 4
Yeah,
started slow, but then it was like really hype.
they were like close. They were on the edge fights, but every single fight was winning. So it kind of felt like it just felt. And I'm gonna be honest, when I'm sitting here at like 1 a.m., absolutely cooked, my analytical brain may be going out the window a little bit. But
I feel you.
turns out got so P man.
Dude, Bippo, like we were talking about whether Bippo was gonna play well or if he's gonna kind of like he legitimately did his role. Okay, Lucio deserved MVP. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Yeah,
isn't Bippo just like number two? Didn't Bippo just play like incredible today? Like it was so nice to see him like not miss a beat despite missing scrims. Like
maybe
it really does
Quad.
give you confidence
I
going to
thought
Worlds.
Quad had like a
Quad, okay,
phenomenal
Quad,
series.
he did, but I still think Bippo like had such a big impact on the game. And that's like, I know we say that's Bippo's thing, but like his Mbessa game was incredible. His Urgot game was just great. The fact that he has these counter picks, like every single game, like okay, maybe not the game three, like they kind of got stomped. It was a pretty big stomp for VKS. It was like 15-0 at some point or something crazy like that. But I'm just really glad to see FlyQuest firing on all cylinders. And I thought Bippo, like if it were up to me and I could do like one, two, three, I would do Masu. Sorry, I would do Lucio, Whippo, and then Quad. And what's crazy is their best player is inspired. Like that's the crazy fact. These players are actively playing so well at the biggest stage, and they don't even need inspired to have like a Sejuani game versus BLG. Like you didn't have to like get a pentacle on Tryndamere, and that just says really good things about this team, in my opinion.
It's crazy to me that Masu is probably like the worst performing player on FlyQuest. Like if you, I know like someone has to be five. Like it's actually crazy that Masu is like five.
And he's the second best AD carry in NA. So like, come on, or best like first
Like
and over. Like
I tweeted
yeah,
it.
that's
I
crazy.
actually tweeted it. It's so unfair that FlyQuest has two best in the West players in Inspired of Busio because I actually think Busio. Like I know Inspired showed up in like playoffs. I thought when push comes to shove, Busio outshone everyone. Like that kid is phenomenal. Like I remember I interviewed him. I was one of his first like LCS interviews because I interviewed him straight after the Azir game. You know when he did the Azir um against
As your
C9?
support,
Yeah,
yeah.
Azir support against C9.
Uh-huh.
And then like we were talking then like his aspiration to become the best support in the region. Oh like brother, you're the best support in the West. And it's not even close.
Yeah, I really I'm very like dude, kudos to Papa Smithy for like getting Lucio to switch over. And then kudos to Lucio for incredible like amount of improvement that he's had. Mithy as well for like working with him. Just the entire FlyQuest ecosystem. Um it's just a project that has not just succeeded, but like far exceeded any expectation. The fact that did you see Quad was like we're gonna make work like let's make finals, or was it Lucio? One of
It
them
was
was like
quad, it
let's
was
make world
quad.
finals. It was Quad, and I was like, I can see it. Like we have teams like Weibo making it to quarterfinals and semifinals all the time. Like we get one relatively weak matchup, one strong matchup. Okay, we win one strong matchup, we get the upset, then we probably have to play like a weaker team or like an equal amount team. If we beat them once, why can't we beat them again? Like I can see it happening. And
Yeah.
like I could not see this happen a month ago. I it's just it's incredible to see this Lakers team. Like as much as a Shopify fan, like I'm drenched, you know, head to toe. Like even Lucio was pointing out, he was like, "Yeah, Mr. Sicky in the flesh, head to toe in Shopify gear." And then I was like, "Yeah, what can I do? What can I say?" But I can't help but cheer for this team because they're just actively working and improving, even when it's very difficult to improve in North America. And that's
Yeah.
so difficult to see. Even when C9 was our best team, they would get to a limit and they wouldn't go beyond it. And when they did, it was whenever we didn't have international tournaments. So it kind of sucks for them, but this is a team you can really believe in.
Yeah, I agree. Like and like you can just see the growth of Busio from like his debut split on 100 Thieves to like what he's now. Like this guy just oozes confidence, like in everything he does. And
Dude, I'm not kidding. The stage is so loud and they played as if the stage was theirs. That's that like I tweeted this as I will never complain about someone choking in a big stage ever again because I choked and I wasn't even playing. That it's just such an incredible amount of pressure.
yeah, and like like today was like a champion's performance from FlyQuest. Outside of game three, where I honestly thought that was the cleanest game of the series. Like where VKS absolutely just obliterated them from minute one. Like that was just like a smooth game for FlyQuest. No silly shit. Like Quad was getting everything thrown at him in the Rise game. This guy was getting camped to oblivion by Trimby, and he never died once on that side lane or in mid. Like this is how like you want to be feeling about your team going into Worlds. Maybe not as much 100 Thieves after losing to VKS, but this is a good time to be an NA fan. Like with LCS coming back and how FlyQuest just oozing confidence. Like we're now going into like what are your expectations for Worlds type of like feel for FlyQuest?
My expectations, honestly, like I think what Inspired said, make it to quarters and we'll figure it out from there. Like, look, if you get drawn against like freaking BLG, Dingy, like one of the two best teams in the world, then if you lose, I understand. But if you get drawn against like Hanwha Life or AL or like I don't know, like IG is not going right. They're gonna lose. But either way, like if you get drawn against TES, you better win. Like
Yeah,
you better win. That's my expectation. Is
against
it a high bar?
TES.
Yes. This team has proven. Yes. TES is a good team. Don't get me wrong. They always beat NA. Even when they're choking, they still beat NA. So TES is a good team, trust me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I thought you said you expect them to beat TES.
No, yes, I'm saying I expect them to beat TES. I think besides the top two teams in the world, I know it's a very high bar. I know it's an extremely high bar, but they just keep raising the bar. Like you do to yourself. Quad, like you said, he's really coming to his own. He's not just like playing with this team. He's really like become a player of his own. Like he knows what he wants. He knows like how to play to his limits. Same thing for all the players. And it's
Yeah,
like when you see something like that, how can you not? How can you not raise the bar? You know?
for me, because Swiss stage is like somewhat random. I don't look at it as like okay, you have to make this specific point because it is random. Like my thing comes from I will measure it from series to series. So like okay, if you're facing this team, I expect you to win. Face Genji, okay, unlucky. Um, go next. Face G2, I really want to see that matchup with both of these teams peaking at the right time because G2 got the better than the EWC. I know it's the best of one. Um, like I'm looking forward to potentially getting that matchup.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since we had this much hope. Like every year, I feel like we just have a little bit more hope. And this year, it's like this year is I have a feeling this year's the year.
I This is probably the best I've felt since 2019. From like actually maybe that's a lie because I think overall Fly and TL was stronger last year as a duo compared to like you have Fly and then you have 100 Thieves. But like I think FlyQuest alone gives me that same confidence that I was feeling in like 2019 when you had TL in that 2019 TL team, and then you had C9 who were like pushing them so hard and were legitimately a good team in that year. I think they kind of got unlucky with who they got in their group. Um, because I do think Fly can do damage, and they are a respectable team.
I'm with you there. I also need to say this. VKS, everyone from Coach Seal to Boao, Mateus, Trimby, like Niryu and Gizemus, like every single one of these players was had so much pressure on their shoulders
Yep.
and they didn't collapse. They went into game three and they really played a clean game. And that's like not easy to do. And they really pushed Black game four. Like, yes, they lost at the end of the day, but they came into hostile territory and they didn't crumble. And it's not easy to do that. And it's not easy to do it against a really good team like FlyQuest after stomping you for 2 games. So the fact that they showed up and the fact that they kept fighting, like just kudos to you guys. Your project, like Coach Seal, he's been on BKS for 2 years. He's really been trying. They did not do well split one. Like this is perseverance. This is if Shopify made it to the finals. Like finishing seventh, eighth, and then making to the finals. Like with players, it's just like a treat to see that a South team can push all the way, and like they deserve so much respect because if you can take FlyQuest to four, you can go beat G2. You can, or maybe not G2. You can beat Koi. You can beat these European teams. You're not like a lower seed anymore. You're legitimately second seed of the LTA, and they need to hold their heads high and show what they can do at Worlds because they're not cannon fodder,
Yeah,
which normally Brazil is. They're not cannon fodder. They can do damage. They proved it today.
100% agree. Um, and like we don't know what the future holds now. Like, given the right statements that they're going to be independent leagues again, but I'm
Mhm.
glad in the end that Brazil put up a respectable like showing, and it wasn't just NA shit stomping them for the entire year, and then like kind of like the NA fans cheering like "get out of here" as like on their way out. Um, so yeah, like I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Also, sorry if I like talk over you or anything. There's like a delay for me, so sometimes I end up talking over you or
No,
something.
no, no,
But
you're good, man. You're good.
yeah. All right. Do you just want to take Q&A and we can call it? My bush is almost dead, to be honest.
Uh, we could very quickly talk about our world's plans because like maybe just talk about like how
Oh,
we're
oh my
gonna
God, I forgot. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like how we're gonna structure our streams because we weren't joking when we said we're gonna be doing this every day.
Yeah, yeah, no, really. We're gonna be after the games end. We're not entirely 100% sure of like we just have to wait till the schedule's out because I don't think the date like the hours are out yet. But we'll get that information to you guys like as soon as it's available. But after the end of the games, I'm always doing interviews. Once my interviews are done, and Martin, if he's doing any interviews, like once our interviews are done, we're gonna go live. Some days are gonna be a lot of games. We're not gonna be able to cover all the games. We'll try. We'll always talk about NA games. We'll try to pick the key games. And if there's a day with less games, obviously we'll talk more about those games. We'll like highlight matchups. We'll do like recap, talk about specific like highlighted teams that we want to talk about or games that we thought were exciting, like play stuff like that. And then we'll talk about like predictions for the next games. We might not cover every single game, like I said, because some days there's like a lot of games. Like there might be 2 or 3 days in a row where there's like eight games. That's just an insane amount of games to cover.
Yeah,
So we'll be doing that. And then we also will be live viewing the IG versus T1 game. I'm really excited for that. That
yeah,
game, like I'm gonna be cheering for IG, but I expect it to be a very quick 3-0 for T1. So if you're a T1 lover, like come watch. If you're an IG lover like myself, come cry with me. That's gonna be a lot of fun. This time it'll be both of us that are co-streaming or live viewing, so we're excited for that.
yeah, for sure.
Did I miss something?
No, 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 no. You ain't missed anything.
Awesome. And if you guys have ideas, hit us up. Honestly, like we're pretty open to like incorporating a lot of content. Um, yeah, we'll just try to do. We'll also have. We're not unsure when we're gonna have like full episodes. If probably during quarters and semis, but again, we'll keep you guys updated the entire time. So if you watch one of our episodes, you'll hear we'll consistently like repeat it. But yeah, that's our plan.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I think yeah. So just for this whole month going forward, like yes, you like the unfortunate thing is we won't have like another LCS report until maybe after Worlds. Like, but we're definitely gonna have these. We're gonna have a live stream every single day, like every single game day, should I say? And like
Yeah,
that is a big undertaking on our part, but that's something we want to do for this community. W- like the opportunity is there for us to make a splash, and why not do it on like the biggest event of the year?
that's what I've been telling teams all the time. Like, there's so much attention during Worlds. You should like grab some of it. It's a big pie. Grab some of it. And they're like, no, but we're not there. I'm like, who cares? Grab some of the pie. It's free. All right, we can get into Q&A.
Yeah. Uh,
Do you mind reading the questions?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
know.
grabbing them
Oh,
up.
I can pull them up actually. Oh, yeah, up to you. Yeah, I think it'd be easier if you read them.
Uh, so actually reading the first two, unfortunately, Cloud and I are under embargo. So any these like specific questions related to what these changes could be, because the first question was, do we expect the league to go back to 10 teams? We can't talk about Riot's plans because we're zipped under embargo. And then Stowens asked, do you think we'll keep a similar worlds qualification? Like considering we're going independent, we can't speak on that until like it comes out 10 a.m. PT tomorrow or ET.
Yep,
Yep, 10 a.m. PT
PT,
tomorrow.
PT.
Yep. So only have to wait a day, and then we can like officially talk about it. So we will we'll probably try and do like a revised version of that. Like um get these people to send in questions again. Like, but Raichi said, is Fly gonna stay together for a third year?
I would say 4 out of 5 of their players, I think so. Whippo, at the end of the interview, he said that like one of the things that was really he was really looking for. Sorry, at the end of the press conference, he said one of the things that was really important for him is to enable his players because he wants to see all of them shine. That sounded like that's the voice, the words of a man who's about to leave and wants his team to do well and wants to build a legacy for his team. I don't know why, but it really did give the vibe of like he's not going to be there next year or he's retiring or something, and then Gackos is going to take his spot. I don't know. Like it's complete speculation again. I could see it go for a third year if like the team wants it. I just don't know if they can afford it. Like think about it. Every single year, these players are more expensive. Every single year. If the
Yeah,
players all they care about is winning, then I can see them staying. But if one of the players is like, "Oh, I can win and make more money," like it's just impossible to keep the roster together. So I'm like, I would love to see this roster again, but do I think it's like if I had to give a percentage, I say 70%. We see at least one change, just because a finances and b like my comments about Whippo. Again, that's just like me psycho and analyzing him. Just take it with like a lot of salt.
so I'm gonna speak at this on a Busio angle. Not that I'm predicting that he's going to leave next year, but you can see the excitement in his face from being in front of that type of venue. And there's another league that will pay you more and can do those 3 or 4 times a year. And you can continue to win trophies because you'll be on the best team. Like, it's a scary possibility. Like, you could event, like, if you don't, if there's not like a continued, like, improvement in, like, if we do roadshow, like, more roadshows, because that's something I want to demand. Okay, now that you've announced the LCS, I want to see you do more roadshows because we need to convince these players that they're gonna like that's the dream of being a pro. You play in front of these large crowds. If you're only doing it once a year or more, like maybe one more time, if you get to like a world's quarterfinals, which is like not guaranteed, like it's a scary prospect when like the LEC are doing regular season events in like these packed stadiums that are like more than like what we got in Texas, like sometimes double the size. Like, and that's what scares me. No, I'm not saying because like the league's better, but I'm saying you can get paid more money. You can be on an equally good team, and you can go to 5 stadiums a year, and that's just domestic. Not I'm talking about worlds either.
Yeah, I mean, if we see like Inspired plus Lucio go to G2, don't they just like make it to World Final again? Don't they just win like another MSI? Like, isn't this team just like the best in the West automatically? And
It
it's not
should
even
be.
close. So I see what you're saying. Like, what if you give them a more competitive roster with more money? more road shows, more everything. It's really hard to convince that team, like the players, to stay. So that's why I was saying, like, 70% sure that at least one of them leaves. But my heart, please stay together because I want to beat you on Shopify. Like, I want to beat this roster, you know?
Same for me. Like, I want us to finally have that best of five win over Fly. Like, we came close twice in Split 2. And we should have won both of them. And like, watching, watching this weekend, like, really bothered me as a C9 fan. Because, like, it should, like, it was,
Dude, I met with
it
Blabber.
was
He's cool.
it was all but locked in. Like, as I felt going to, like, Split 3, and even, like, halfway through Split 3, I was like, man, we're locked in for this. Like, we're playing Fly in Texas. Like, that would be like, imagine this finals but in Texas, and then life throws you another direction.
Yeah, yeah, it's sad. I was thinking the same thing with Shopify. I'm like, we beat Cloud9. We just have to win one more best of five. Like, just win. Just we could have been here. Like, we could have been here. And I was like kind of sad.
Yeah.
And I even talked to Retro. I was like, dude, we should have been here. So we'll see. I think that's all the questions, right?
Yeah, that's all the question we got for today. Make it a short one.
All right, it's a short episode, but I need to go eat because I haven't eaten a thing. Well, I ate like with Riot, but I'm starving, so I'm gonna go eat.
Oh,
The Shopify bracelet, which was really really cool. Yeah, I got a lot of free stuff. Like Basil was awesome. She was so chill. I'll be tweeting out a lot of stuff, like my experiences. I might even make a video out of it. But yeah, the fans were awesome. So shout out to you guys.
yeah. Shout out to everyone that's been there over the weekend. Interacting like on the live view earlier, like Richi and Turtler and a couple others. Griffin, I think, popped in as well. It's just like cool that we have one on the ground, one like live viewing, and like we have still like that community aspect in both areas. Because you said there was a few LTA report fans, LCS
Yeah,
report, should I say? Sorry.
yeah. LCS report rolls off the tongue easier.
Definitely.
All right, man. Thanks for staying up so late. Shout out to you.
Yeah. Thank you as well.
All right, peace, guys.
Peace, guys.